So for the next 20 minutes, we are going to move, linking our movements with our breath. So just start by drawing your attention to your inhale. Notice as your chest and belly rises. And with each inhale, just filling space around the heart, around the ribs, around the belly. And then with that attention on the inhale, allow yourself to notice your exhale. And just take a couple more breaths there. Each time we draw our attention to our breath, we bring ourselves to the present. Just take one more breath. On your next inhale, just let your belly and chest rise. And hold the breath at the top. If you are pregnant, please just exhale now. If you are okay to hold the breath, hold it just for a moment longer. And then exhale through your mouth. Do that one more time. Fill your chest and belly. Kumbhaka, hold your breath at the top. And exhale. Just take a normal breath in. Normal breath out through the nose. On your next inhale, reach up. Keep your palms apart, reach up towards the sky, and just take your gaze up towards the fingertips. Take another breath there. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, take your left hand down, your right hand over. Breathe there. On your inhale, lift that right hand up. Take the left hand up to meet it. And then take your right hand down, your left hand over. Breathe and make space into your left rib cage. Inhale, lift back up. Take the right hand up to meet it. Reach up tall. Exhale, take your right hand to your left knee and twist. Take a breath there. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, twist the other way. Take your left hand to your right knee. Take a breath there. And on your inhale, reach your hands back up. On your exhale, draw your elbows out to the sides and come into like a cactus position. On your inhale, lift your chest and arch your back. On your exhale, draw your hands towards your forehead and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your left hand down, your right hand over. On your inhale, lift back up. On your exhale, take your right hand down, your left hand over. On your inhale, lift back up. On your exhale, draw your elbows down by your sides, cactus arms. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, draw your thumbs towards your forehead and round your back. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your left hand down, your right hand over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take your right hand down, your left hand over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your elbows down by your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, round, draw your thumbs towards your forehead and exhale all the breath. And then inhale, lift back up again. Take yourself off your block, if you're on a block, and then, or a book, and then take your hands underneath your shoulders, palms down, and then do a couple of cat-cows, so just arching around your back. And again, draw your attention to your breath. As you inhale, start to look up. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone and round your back. And do that a couple more times. Inhaling, look forwards. Exhaling, tuck under. Again, inhale, look forwards. And exhale, tuck under. And then come back to a neutral position. Take your knees back a little bit. And then make some circles. Go all the way around and all the way forwards. A couple of times. Reverse, go the other way. And then come back to a neutral position. Tuck your toes now. Lift your knees and hover your knees there. So your hands are pressing into the floor, your knees are just hovering. Draw your front ribs towards the hip creases slightly so you engage the belly muscles. And then from there, lift your hips, come into down dog. From down dog, just walk your feet, pressing the heels alternately towards the floor. Keep it dynamic. And then we are going to come down by hovering the knees. Drop them down. Round your back up. And then you're going to lie to the floor. Inhale, lift into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hover the knees, and push back. Inhale, round forwards, come into plank. Exhale, push back, down dog. Again, inhale, come forwards to plank. Exhale, push back, down dog. Last one, come forwards to plank. Exhale, push back to down dog. Drop the knees, hover, let them lower. Round your back up to the ceiling. Lie your hips down. Inhale, lift through cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet. Just stretching out the backs of the legs. And then lower your knees to the floor. Bring your right foot up. Just pull my t-shirt down. Right foot up. And just take a couple of rocks, a couple of circles. You can change the foot angle. Just move my cushion. You can go a little bit out to the side. You can bring it in. It doesn't have to be exactly straight forwards. Just explore that movement. If anything is painful, please change it. Change the position. If not, you can just explore the range of movement there. And then bring your right foot so it's in a comfortable position. Take your right hand to your head. Exhale the breath. Inhale, open to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to elbow. And inhale, open to the right. Reach your right hand towards the ceiling. And then take your right hand and reach towards the left fingertips. And then bring that hand back down. Wiggle your right foot in. And then we're going to go backwards and forwards. Now, if you feel that you are a little bit compressed there, if you've got 2 blocks or 2 books or 2 cowbells or something that will just lift you a little bit from the floor. So not all bodies are made the same. And my arms are very long, so I can easily touch the floor here. But maybe yours are not quite so long, and that's fine. It's just find a position that will work for you. Use the blocks. Use some books. One more time. Rock back, and then rock forwards. Take your feet or right foot back, lower. Take a cobra, and then a down dog. So from down dog, drop your knees, step your left foot up, pull my t-shirt down, and then just rock side to side. You can move that foot out a little bit. So even though I'm slightly pushing out with the elbow, I'm also pushing in with the knee at the same time. So I'm just getting a little bit of resistance. And then bring your foot to a position that is comfortable. Take your left hand to your head, exhale the breath. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale down. Inhale to the left. And exhale down. Last one. Elbow towards the ceiling. And then reach the fingertips up on that left hand. And then tip your fingertips towards the right fingertips. And then come back up. Bring that hand down, bring your foot in. So from this position, we are going to rock. Now you can put your hands further away. It's a little more intense. You can take them a little bit closer to your back knee, but that's where you may feel a little bit more squished as you bring your weight forward. So find a position with the hands that's kind of most optimal, where you can straighten or at least come towards straight on the front leg. And then that leg's going to go back, lower to the floor, take a cobra, and then a down dog. And take a breath there, just walk the feet. And then walk your feet towards your hands. And just hang there. And then start to uncurl, coming to standing. So today we're going to do a balance, right leg back. We're going to do a triangle and then a balance. So your left toes are facing forwards, your right toes are slightly inwards. Take your hands out. This leg is straight today. Reach forwards with your left fingertips so that you're trying to reach to the top of the left toes. And then drop that hand down. And then reach the right one up. So there's as if you are holding a resistance band from your left fingertips to your right fingertips. And then your gaze can come forwards or up towards the left hand, the right hand. And breathe. On your inhale, lift up. Bend the front knee. Warrior two. Reach back with the left hand. And then straighten the front leg. And then come back into warrior two. From here, we're going to come into what's called half moon balance. Step your right foot up a little bit so that your weight is going to come into the left leg. Keep your right hand on your left leg. And then tip your weight into the front foot. Your left hand is just hanging. And just see if you can lift that back leg off. So we're trying to get the back leg so that it's parallel to the floor, but do what you can if that just means playing with the balance. I'm bending this leg to start with, and then I'm starting to straighten it. Take another breath. And then bring that leg back down to the floor. We're going to take our legs wide. Take your hands to your hips, lift your chest. And then fold down. Bring your hands to the floor. Now if they don't reach the floor, take them to your shins, outer shins. And then let your head just drop. Everything's falling down today. Let your head just drop. Take one more deep breath. Inhale halfway, take your hands to your waist and come all the way up. We're going to turn the other way. So now the right toes are going to go out, the left toes are going to turn in slightly. So triangle pose. Take your hands out, palms for me facing the camera. Reach forwards. And as you reach forwards, you may feel sort of stretching down the inside of the leg. Just go as far as is comfortable for you to hold there. Take your right hand down and your left hand up, so that you've got as if you are stretching a band from fingertip to fingertip. You can gaze up to the left hand or straight out. So your torso is long. If you have a look online, sometimes you'll see people coming all the way down here. You don't have to get all the way down there. Just reach fingertip to fingertip and keep the waist long. So it's very strong in the torso because we're taking our center of mass. We're moving away from it. So you have to support with the muscles around the torso. Take one more breath. And then lift. Back up. Bend the front leg, palms face the floor. Left hand on your left thigh, reach up and back with the right. And then from there, straighten the front leg. And then bend it. Good. Take both feet, oh no, hang on a minute. Step the back foot up a little bit. And then half moon balance. Take the weight into the front leg. And then let your right hand hang down and lift the back leg off. So we're trying to almost stack hip and hip. The hips are not forward like they would be in Warrior 3. The hips are stacking and we'll open the hips to the side. Hold there. Your gaze is to some point on the floor. Just gaze softly there. Come back to your breath. And then lower the back leg down. Turn back to the front foot. Hands down, foot back. Lower to the floor through plank or knees down plank. Cobra. And then down dog. Step or hop your feet to the middle of your mat and sit down. From here we're going to come onto our backs. So we're just going to lie down. Hug your knees, make a couple of circles. And then we are going to do a twist. So put both feet mat width apart. Both knees are wide, they're not together. And then let your knees drop to the right. So both knees drop. If your feet are together, they will end up dropping on top of each other. So feet wide, knees drop to the right. And then let your arms come into that cactus position. If you feel really rounded, bring your hands, just rest them on your belly. If you're happy to do that, take your arms into a cactus position. And just breathe. If you would like a little more stretch or sensation, you lift your right leg off the floor and you pop it on top of the left knee. That will drop the left knee down. If that is not comfortable, please don't do that. One more breath. Full exhale. And then we're going to take the knees back to the middle. Lift your back, pop it down again just to reset. And then let both knees drop the other way. Again, you can lift the left foot and pop it on top of the right knee. Maybe that sensation is good for you, you like it. If that's fine, stay there. If it is not, don't do it. And then come back to the middle. So bring both feet about hip width apart. Bring your elbows by your sides as if you're going to do the robot. And we're going to lift the hips off the floor. I'm going to just breathe there. So try not to push into hyperextension through the spine. Try and keep, there's a line from the knees to the hip points to the shoulders. Your elbows just pressing in so that you work the triceps a little bit. Hold there. And then relax the hands. If you've got space behind you, take them behind you, pop them on the floor. If you haven't got space, then just lower the hips with your hands by the sides. And then slowly come down, one vertebra at a time. And then bring your hands onto your knees. With your palms, push them into your knees without pushing your lower back into the floor. So just push, maintaining the neutral position of the spine. Don't push the lower back in. You can see the lower back has still got a natural arch. You're not pushing in and just pushing the hands into the knees. And then relax. Hug your knees and make some circles. So take your feet about mat width again. Let your knees just touch and let your hands just rest by the sides. I'm going to be here for a minute. So this is conscious relaxation. Come back to your breath. With each inhale, just fill the space around your chest. Space in your belly. And with each exhale, just let go. Going to take 2 more breaths. Just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Going to stretch out nice and long like an arrow. And then draw both knees into your chest. Make a couple of circles with your knees. And then we're going to come up to seated. So you can rock or you can roll to your side and just lift yourself up. Coming back to where we started, take your legs to cross, sit tall. From here, we're going to take a big inhale up. Exhale, bring your hands through your midline. Drop your forehead to your fingertips. Blink your eyes open. Namaste.